Very good morning, children. Welcome back again to the maths class. I am Krishnavini, your maths teacher from Dr. Bison School. Today I am going to teach you fourth state maths, so all of you get ready with your workbooks part 2. Yesterday we have stopped at which problem? Problem number 19 in page number 12 of part 2 workbook. So all of you bring this book and open the page 12. Yesterday we have stopped up to 19, no? Today we will continue the further problems. Okay? A bit faster, please be fast, children, because we need to finish the work in time. Let's see now. 20th one, I am reading the question. Look into your books. Bring your pencils, eraser, everything also. Sharp it and ready for the class. The equal parts of a circle are painted in different colors. You could see the picture. By the side he has given a circle having different colors in that. Write the fraction of each color in the circle. Compare the fractions. Which color is used the most and which is used the least. It is as similar to the previous problem. Just like 19, 21, 20th also follows. Okay. Now, which color is used the most and which is used the least is the question. Let's do the working part for that. All of you start writing the working part. First of all, total parts given. How many parts are given? Count and tell me. A circle is given. In that, it was divided into some equal number of parts. Count those equal number of parts and tell me how many are there. Yes, you could see that there are 12 equal parts. First we need to write that one. After that we will find the number of parts of each color and we will write the fraction. After that, he is asking us to compare all the three colors. Comparison, how can we do? Yes, if the denominators are same, simply we will compare the numerators. So while comparing the numerators, just imagine that it reflects to the just like a numbers only. The above numbers we need to compare either in ascending or descending order. Which comes the most, which comes the least, which comes in the middle, everything we could find by observing the numerators. Okay? Number of blue color or number of parts painted in blue color. Number of parts, write like that. Number of parts painted blue. So painted blue, how many are there? Count and tell me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is the total number of blue colors painted. You could observe here different colors in this circle now. So you find here a blue color, here blue, blue, blue and blue here, blue and blue here. So this is white and this is white. Remaining all grey, no? Grey, grey, grey. So number of parts painted in blue are 6 are there. So what is the fraction then? Fraction is equal to, I will rub that circle, children. So write the working clearly. Fraction part of blue color, 6 by 12. 6 are the parts of blue color out of 12. So 6 by 12 is the fraction. Similarly, number of parts painted, next color, white color. How many are there? 2 are there. Fraction for this is 2 by 12. Fraction for this is 2 by 12. Similarly, the number of parts painted in grey color. How many are there? 4 are given. So, fraction will be 4 by 12. 4 by 12 is the fraction. Therefore, since denominators are same, since the denominators are same only no. Observe all the 3 colors fractions having the denominators same. So, what we need to do? So, compare numerators. Compare numerators. So, while comparing the numerators, see here, 6, 2, 4 are there. So, we can write like this, 2 is less than 4 is less than 6 or not? Yes. So, 2 is less than 4 less than 6, or we can also write 6 is greater than 4 is greater than 2. So, which means, here 2 means what? 2 by 12th part is always less than 4 by 12th part is less than 6 by 12th. Okay, after that, what he is asking us? Compare the fractions. Yes, we have compared, no? Compared here. We have arranged in an order, in an ascending order. That means it's a comparison only, no? Next, which color is used the most? Which is used the least? That also is asking us. From these 3 fractions, this is the smallest fraction? Yes or no? This is the greatest fraction? Yes. That means the color, the part of a fraction 2 by 12 gives us which color? White color. So, white color will use least. And which color is used the most? Most means more. 6 by 12 means which color? Blue color. That we are going to write now. Write on the working. Which implies 6 by 12 is used, is greatest, and 2 by 12 is smallest. 2 by 12 is smallest, which means, so 2 by 12 means which color? Yes, white color. So, white color. So, white color used least, and 6 by 12 means which color? Blue color. Blue color used the most, and blue color used most. Write down. Write down the working like this. Is used the most. Understand, children, how to write the fractions? By seeing the given part? Yes. Observe here. First of all, you need to count the number of equal parts of different colors. First of all, total number of colors. Count the number of colors of each part and write their fractions. After that, comparisons. After that, from these comparisons, we could say that 2 by 12 is the smallest, 6 by 12 is the greatest. Which means white color. 2 by 12 means which color, children? White color. White color was used the least, and blue color is used the most. Is it clear, children? That's good. Pause the video if you want and write down. He asked us to write the which color is used the most and which color is used the least. Yes, white color is least, blue color is the most. Let's move on to the next one. What is the next one given? 21st one. Color each figure to represent the given fraction and compare them. Here 2 pictures are given, 2 circles are given now. He is asking us to color the given fraction. Fraction is given, from that we have to color those 2 circular parts. First one, 21st one. How many parts are there? 8 parts, no? Let me divide first. Only 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's okay. Now 8 only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. So this is the first picture given as the fraction 3 by 8. Another picture also given. Another circle. It also divided into 8 parts. But the fraction is different. 5 by 8. We need to shade. So upper part gives us the number of parts to be shaded. How many parts are there? 3 parts. We need to shade 3 parts. Start shading, children. Yes, 1, 2, 3 parts I have shaded. Here how many parts we have to shade? 5 parts. Let's shade the 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, total 5 parts I have shaded. Now compare, he is asking. Therefore, what we can say? 3 by 8. 3 parts are less than 5 parts. 3 parts are less than 5 parts, which means the denominators are same. Write down the working like this only. Since denominators are same, so compare numerators. Compare numerators. Since 3 is less than 5, we conclude that 3 by 8 is less than 5 by 8. Write down like that. Coloring also important, children. Next one. 22nd problem. Arrange the given fractions in ascending and descending order. Here two sets are given of fractions, A set and B set. In A set, we need to arrange in ascending order and descending order. B also arrange in ascending and descending order. Both we have to do. First of all, we should observe the denominators. Here the denominators are same, so we can arrange them in order by comparing the numerators. So let's start writing the arrangement. So we compare, write like this only. We compare the numerators to arrange the fraction, fractions. Write up like this. Next, first one, in that first set, one side I will arrange in ascending order. Write like this only, ascending order, other side descending order. Descending order. This fraction part completely written part is very heavy in this chapter. Okay, all time we need to write the number of parts, fraction part, comparison, since part, everything is a very heavy working given in the fractions. It is compulsory to write, otherwise you can't understand what is the next step, how we have done that. Okay, so apart from the working problems in the additions and subtractions, fractions plays an important role. Here the working plays an important role when compared with the additions and subtractions. Okay, don't avoid to write working. So I will arrange the given fractions. First of all, in ascending order means small to big now. 1 by 8, 2 by 8, 3 by 8, 4 by 8, 5 by 8, 6 by 8. I am writing directly by seeing the numerators only. Nothing other than that I am doing. Since the denominators are same, I am observing the numerators and writing them in an order. Okay, 6 by 8 and 7 by 8. So what is the descending order for this set? Reverse order. Start writing. 7 by 8, 6 by 8, 5 by 8, 4 by 8. That only given, na? 4 by 8, 3 by 8, 2 by 8 and 1 by 8. Now second set. Observe the second set. 14 is given now. Write down 1 by 14, 2 by 14, 3 by 14, 4 by 14, 5 by 14, 8 by 14 and 11 by 14 is the ascending order. What could be the descending? The reverse order. 11 by 14, 8 by 14, next 5 by 14, 4 by 14, 3 by 14, 2 by 14 and 1 by 14. So this is the descending order for the given sets. So make a note neatly, children. So with this we have completed the 8.2 chapter of the fractions part 1. You could zoom the video so that you can observe the board clearly. Even though I am sending you the PDF files, if you are unable to observe the letterings on the board, you could see the PDF files which I will send to you. Because the board is not clear to write up, so try to adjust yourself, children. Then let's move to the next sub-chapter, that is 8.3. Over, pause the video if you want, and then go for the next sub-chapter. What is the next sub-chapter given? Add and subtract. Addition and subtraction, very easy, no? When the denominators are same, it is just like a addition of numbers. Addition of numbers, it could help us to add the fractions since the denominators are same. We are discussing the like fractions. So it is easy for us to add two fractions simply by observing the numerators. Yes. So 8.3, page number 13. Now page number 13, all could open that multiple choice questions. I am explaining. First one, the fraction greater than 4 by 5 is. So observe the options here, 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 4 by 5, 5 by 5. Here the denominators are same, so we can see the numerators. So 4 by 5, which is more than that, 5 by 5. So option D. Second one, turn the page. The fractions less than 4 by 10. 4 by 10 less than what could be? See the options and tell me. 4 by 10, 1 by 10, 6 by 10 or 5 by 10. Less than means all the denominators are same. So see the numerator and tell me which is less than 4. 1 is there, that is 1 by 10 fraction is the lesser fraction than 4 by 10. So it is given in option B, right up. Third one, fraction equal to 2 by 6 is. So equivalent fraction for 2 by 6. 2 by 6. Observe the options and tell me what could be the. See here. So divide with 2 both the numbers. When 2 divided by 2 and numerator and denominator I am dividing with 2 only, same number only. There won't be a change in that. So that we will get the equivalent fraction for this. So 2 divided by 2. What is 2 divided by 2? 2 ones are 2. 1. Okay. Here 6. Divide with 6. 2 with 6. 2 3 is 6. So 3 is here. So what is the equivalent fraction for 2 by 6? 1 by 3. Where it is given? In option D. Write down. Fourth one. Sum of 3 by 5 plus 1 by 5. Add the numerators. 4 by 5. Option C. Fifth one. 4 by 7 minus 2 by 7. Subtract the numerators. 4 minus 2. 2 by 7. Yes. 2 by 7. It is given in option D. Fifth one, option D. Seventh one. Sum of 5 by 6 and 2 by 6. Sum means plus. 5 plus 2 is how much? 7. So what could be the fraction? 7 by 6. So it is given in option A. Option A. Next, blanks. Observe the blanks here. Now blanks I am explaining. While adding like fractions, add only there. Yes. When we are adding two like fractions, for example 1 by 6 and 5 by 6 are given. These two are like fractions only because denominators are same. So here answer will be 6 by 6. What we are adding here? We are adding only the numerators. But the denominators, common denominator only we are writing. Yes or no? So which part we are adding? Numerator part. So write down that only. Seventh one, numerator. Numerator. Next, eighth one. The denominators of the sum of the fractions 3 by 5 and 2 by 5 is. So 3 by 5 and addition only. 3 by 5 and 2 by 5. What will be the denominator part? 3 plus 2 is 5 by 5. So denominator will be the same, common denominator 5. Ninth one. 3 by 7 minus 2 by 7 is how much? 1 by 7. That's good. 3 minus 2 is 1. So 1 by 7 is a fraction. Next, very short questions. Very short questions. 10th one. Easily you could add. I want you to do as homework. 10, 11, 12, everything. 10, 11, 12. All these are homework only. Homeworks. Add the two fractions. Subtract the two fractions, one from other. You can easily do it. Right? By observing the numerator, you can add and subtract. Now let's move on to the 13th part, 13th question. What is 13th question given? Here picture is given to you. Picture is given to you and he is asking us to, in the given figure, find the fraction represented by the shaded parts. So here is a picture given like this. 13th one, picture is given like this and it is divided into how many equal parts? 6 equal parts. You could see 6 parts are there. 6 equal parts are given. In that, how many parts are shaded? 4 parts. Out of 6, 4 parts are shaded and 2 parts are unshaded. By seeing the picture, you are saying, but one condition he has given. Read the question further. Then find the fraction of the unshaded parts using subtraction. So using subtraction, we have to find the fraction. Simply on seeing the picture, we are saying that 2 by 6 is the unshaded part fraction. But he is asking us to use the subtraction method. Okay? How to do that? From the total, if we subtract the shaded part, we will get the unshaded or not? Yes, that is the step we are going to do now in this working part. Now note down the working. Total parts. Total equal parts given as 6. So number of shaded parts. Shaded parts. How many are there? 4 are there. Isn't it? Next. Number of unshaded parts. Unshaded. Yes, from the total if we subtract 4, we will get the unshaded part. So let's do 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. Here parts only we are writing, not the fractions. Now we are writing the fractions. Fraction for shaded part. Fraction for shaded part first I will write. Shaded part. What will be the fraction? 4 by 6. 4 by 6. Now fraction for unshaded part. How can we get on that? From the total, if we take away the shaded parts, we will get the unshaded part. So that comes under subtraction only now. We are using subtraction process here. Yes. So here to get the unshaded parts, we should know the total parts. Here the total parts are 6. 6 equal parts out of 6. So 6 by 6 is the whole part. I told you how to calculate the whole fraction. Okay, minus and shaded parts are given as 4. What is the fraction for the shaded part? 4 by 6. We are subtracting that 4 by 6 from the total. We will get the unshaded parts. So 6 minus 4 is how much? 2. 2 by 6 is a fraction for unshaded part. In this way we have to do. So like that 13, will you do the 14th one? Similarly, the picture is clearly given to you. You have to find the shaded parts, total parts, fraction of shaded parts. From the total, we will subtract the shaded part fraction. We will get the unshaded part. So same working. Okay, instead of here total equal parts 6, in that 14th picture 12 parts are given. You will write 12 parts. Number of shaded parts is equal to 10, you will write. Number of unshaded parts is equal to 12 minus 10, you will get 2. Like this, do the working and complete the 14th one. So I am writing here 14th one as a homework I am giving to you. Similar to 13th one, you could see and write the working for 14th one. Okay. So even though I am sending you the PDF files to you, then you can observe the PDF files and answer it. Okay. Next. Shall I continue, children? Next one. 15th one. Pause the video if you want and note down neatly. Yes, children. So up to 14 we have completed. So I am going to close the class now. So further we will continue in the next class. So be ready with your workbooks and pencils, eraser, everything. So thank you for listening now. Thank you one and all. Have a good day, children. Practice the work in time. So bye bye.